Hey there, good to see you. Today we are taking a look at the Explore V2 camera backpack made by Shimoda. I'm reviewing this bag because of you, because a number of you reached out to me directly and left comments on videos here on my channel, even though this bag is not new. I mean, this bag at the time of this video has been around for about a year and a half now, and this is the V2 version. There was obviously a version prior to that as well, but I wanted to give it a try nonetheless, because I've never worn a Shimoda bag before. I've never tried it, and based on the positive feedback and recommendations that I received from other people, I thought it was worth giving a try. So in this video, I'm going to share with you what I think about the Shimoda Explore V2. I recently took this bag out to California for some landscape photography in Joshua Tree National Park, and I feel like I got a really good sense of the durability of the bag, the features of the bag, and also the relative, fit and comfort of the bag as well. And I'm going to share all that with you in this video. Okay, so first the bag you're looking at here, this is the 35 liter size. The Shimoda Explore V2 also comes in smaller sizes, including 30 liters and 25 liters, if you're looking for a bag that's a little more compact. I bought the 35 liter size for a few reasons. One, obviously bigger bag, more room for more gear, which is always a good thing in my book, but also because 35 liters is the magic number when it comes to carry-on luggage size restrictions. Generally speaking, as long as a bag is 35 liters or smaller, that bag may be brought on board and used as a carry-on with pretty much every major airline around the world. The other reason I chose 35 liters is because of the camera cube that goes inside of the bag. Now, Shimoda calls this their core unit. And let me unzip the back of the bag here. The core unit that fits this bag is 2 inches deeper compared to the core units that come with the 30 and the 25 liter. And 2 inches is quite a lot of space. 2 inches means that it will hold larger camera bodies, larger lenses, and it also gives me the ability to stack multiple items. If I had some small items, I could stack them on top of one another inside of these compartments here. Now, if you're interested to know more about the core units, about the different sizes that are available, which ones fit which bags, and which ones are most ideal when combined together, I will link to that information down below in the video description. Shimoda has like a whole page dedicated to this, so you can see which core units fit which bag and determine which ones will be right for you. The Velcro dividers, I think, are very well designed, very well constructed. They feel, rigid and strong, like they're going to do, an adequate job of protecting camera gear, but they're not too rigid or stiff, which is good. There's a little bit of, flex and give in their material. And I also like the tabs. The tabs on these dividers are quite large. And when you have larger Velcro tabs, it means that the dividers have better grip, and they do a better job of staying in place when you are adding and removing gear from the core unit. Now, above the medium DSLR core unit here, you will notice that there is this, empty space up here above. Now, I could fill this with the small DSLR core unit. If I were to pick one of those up, I could put that back here if I wanted more compartments, or I could leave it empty like so. And the way that Shimoda designed this bag is that this area up here may be used for those additional items that don't really fit in the cubes, talking about things like jackets and hats and gloves and food and wherever else you're bringing with you. That is what can go in here. The exterior of the Explore V2 uses 450D nylon with a DWR coating on it that helps repel moisture and water. And if you find yourself in like a heavier rainstorm, there is a free rain cover that comes with the bag. This is like a pet peeve of mine. I'm always glad to see, when camera backpacks come with these, because it's a pretty common thing, especially if you're an outdoor photographer, landscape, wildlife, something like that. I mean, you're going to get caught in a rainstorm at some point. So having a free rain cover that comes with the bag is always a good thing for me. Concerning durability of the materials here, I mean, so far, so good. Haven't had any trouble so far. No rips, no tears. And I really did put this bag through quite a lot of abuse out in Joshua Tree. Not purposely, I mean, just in the normal course of hiking and doing landscape photography. I scraped it up against a bunch of rocks, including, especially when going through some of those like narrow slots that are in there, I could hear the bag just like scraping up against the wall. And I also snagged it on like a few like thorn bushes and, all the kinds of desert stuff that's out there. If you've been out to Joshua Tree, you probably know what I'm talking about. But anyway, the bag didn't rip, it didn't tear, no trouble there. There's a little bit of abrasion, probably from some of the rocks that I scraped up against. But again, it's purely a cosmetic thing. It's not really that big of a deal. If I have any updates, by the way, in the future about the durability of this bag, there is a blog post that goes along with this video review, and I will link to that down below if you'd like to check that out and see if anything has changed with regards to the long-term durability of the bag. Okay, another cool feature of the Shimoda Explore V2 are these side pockets for your tripod, your water bottle, or anything else that's large and bulky that you need to be mounting on the side of the bag. Now you may be looking at this and thinking, where are the side pockets? Usually they're kind of like hanging and drooping off the side of the bag. Well, Shimoda did something rather clever. They placed the pockets inside of these little zippered compartments here. And I really like having dual pockets on the outside because I have another camera backpack that only has one, which means that then I have to choose between the tripod or the water bottle and, trying to, pick one to carry while I'm hiking because I can't mount both to the side of the bag. So having two pockets is really good. Which brings me to a con with the Explore V2, and that is the fact that it only has two lateral straps for securing a tripod and tightening it down so it doesn't shift and move too much while hiking. Now for you, this may not be a problem at all. If you have a compact travel size tripod or even a standard size tripod, the two lateral straps should be okay. For me, however, I use a taller tripod, not because I'm tall, but because in landscape and outdoor photography in general, oftentimes you have uneven terrain, you have slopes, and having longer legs gives you more flexibility in the field and makes it easier to balance the tripod and to set up the tripod. That's probably a topic for a whole different video, but I use a taller tripod. And with taller tripods, you oftentimes need a third lateral strap up here just to provide some extra tightening. Two is okay. I can get by with two. It's all right, but I really do wish there was a third. Okay, so now let's turn our attention to the back of the bag and let's talk about the harness. Let's talk about the shoulder straps, the sternum strap here, and the waist belt. This Explore V2 is without a doubt the most comfortable camera bag I have ever worn. It's kind of like finding like the perfect fitting pair of jeans, if you know what I'm talking about. Like you put on a pair of jeans that just feels like it was made for you and it completely spoils you and you want all of your pants to fit exactly the same way. That was the feeling I got the first time I put camera gear inside of this bag and put it on. Now, the reason why I think the Explore V2 is such a comfortable backpack, not just for me, I think it absolutely would be for other people as well, is because the harness on the back of the bag is not one size fits all. Most camera backpacks that you buy, they come with one strap, and that one strap is stitched directly into the back of the bag. You can't move the shoulder strap. You can't change the kind of shoulder strap that comes with it. It's just one design for everyone. Whereas Shimoda went a step further. Not only did they design this bag with adjustable points here on the back for the shoulder strap so you can raise and lower it for people with different torso heights, but they also designed different straps for the bag. This is just the standard default strap here that comes with the Explore V2. But if you are a female photographer, they have 3 different strap designs for women that you can also choose from. And they also have plus size shoulder straps as well. So if you are a bigger individual, or if you just want larger pockets and more padding with your shoulder strap, that is also an option as well. If you have a long torso like I do, because I'm 6'4", well, you would move the shoulder strap to this top position here, which then helps the bag sit lower on your back, which then gets the waist belt down where it should be, directly over your hip bones. Whereas if you have a shorter torso, you can move the shoulder strap to the lowest position here, which will do the inverse. It will raise the bag and get the belt a little bit higher. I also think the Shimoda straps are different and more comfortable compared to other camera bags because of their construction and because of the foam that is inside of the strap here. Pretty much everyone uses the same like high density, padded foam inside of the strap. But Shimoda did something a little bit different up here at the top of the strap, because at the top you can feel it when you run your fingers down. There are individual sections and pieces of foam. It means then that the strap is able to bend and conform, and there's more flexibility there over the contours of your shoulder than, say, a conventional camera backpack strap, which is usually like just a single piece or maybe two pieces of high density foam that just kind of like lay over your shoulder kind of flat, and they kind of, bend outward like so. This just, again, like an outdoor camping, hiking backpack, this just feels really nice, and it conforms really well to the shape of your shoulder. The left shoulder strap here has a pocket that can be used to store your phone. It's a little snug for my iPhone 14 Pro Max, but then again, no real surprise there because the Max is a pretty big phone. But if you have like a standard size phone, it shouldn't be any trouble. Or you could store other items in here as well. There's also an elastic strap here that's been added if you want to clip on a wireless microphone, like so. If you're like me and you record video doing some kind of vlogging, that's an option. There's a similar pocket over here on the other side, but this one is expandable. You unzip it and then it comes out like so. So this one's a little bit larger if, say, you had like a small water bottle, something like that, or some other item that you're carrying with you. You could put it there. The sternum strap is very adjustable. You can see there's quite a few options here for raising and lowering the position of the strap. This is permanently attached to the bag. It cannot be removed, which I think is actually a really good thing because then it's not going to be lost. It's not going to fall off. The waist belt, on the other hand, is removable. If you don't want it, there is just a Velcro strip inside of the bottom of the bag down here. You just undo the Velcro and you pull the waist belt out. Could be good if you're just trying to clean up the exterior of the bag. And you don't want this like flopping around on you. You can absolutely remove it. There are some cutaways in the waist belt here, which I think help with the fit of the bag and the maneuverability of the waist belt while you're hiking and while the bag is kind of shifting around. There are no pockets on the waist belt, but I think it's okay because there's sufficient pockets on the shoulder straps, so I don't really miss them. And the back of the bag is sufficiently padded. It felt really good to wear. Again, I feel like I just keep going on about the comfort of this bag, but it truly is just, for me at least, just a very comfortable backpack. Okay, so final thoughts here. Pros and cons of the Shimoda Explore V2 35 liter. Honestly, I'm kind of struggling a little bit to come up with valid cons for this bag. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's not a perfect bag. There are some cons, and I'll get to those in just a moment. But in my opinion, the pros far outweigh the cons with this bag because I think this is such a thoughtfully designed bag. Just lots of nice little design touches, great materials, great construction. And I love the modularity of the inside and being able to build that out exactly how I want it. Not only when I'm getting on an airplane, but also when I get off the airplane as well. I think that's really cool. But also just the overall fit and comfort level of the bag. I think it's fantastic. I do wish that there was a third lateral strap up here at the top for taller items, for taller tripods. I think that would be nice. I also kind of wish the bag was expandable. I think it'd be really awesome to take this from 35 liters to 45 or 50, like if it had an expandable roll top compartment up here on the top that you could be using for packing additional items. I think that would be cool. So this bag may be a little kind of outdoorsy, a little kind of hikery looking. Is that even a word? If say you were using this like in the city and if you were doing like client work, something like that, it's not the most streamlined looking bag, that's for sure. But instead of getting a streamlined, polished, urban looking bag, for lack of a better word, you get a bag that's more comfortable. So for that type of photography and for that type of use, it's perfect for that. This bag is also a little more expensive compared to other similar 35 liter camera backpacks that you may find from other companies. This model here, the 35 liter with the medium DSLR core unit, which is their starter kit, retails for $400 in the United States. And if I were to buy another core unit for up here on top, or take the medium out and put a large one in, I'll be looking at somewhere between like $450 and $500. So it is a little bit pricier, but then again, what you're paying for is the design and the construction of the bag, the modularity of the bag, being able to take the cubes in and out, and of course, just the overall fit and comfort of the bag as well. So for me, I think it's definitely worth the money if you were looking to invest some money in a camera backpack that you were going to take into the outdoors and use for many years to come. So I would love to hear from you. If you have any thoughts, any questions about the Explore V2 from Shimoda, feel free to leave a comment down below. And also leave a comment if you currently own and use the Explore V2. Do you have any thoughts about it? Any perspective? Anything I didn't cover in this video? Anything you think is important for other people to know? please feel free to leave a comment down below. I know I would appreciate it, and I'm sure other people would appreciate it as well. To check the current price and learn more about the 35-liter Explore V2 from Shimoda, and perhaps check out some of the other bags and accessories made by the company, you will find a product link to this bag and the core unit shown in this video down below in the video description. In full disclosure, that is an affiliate link, which means that if you were to purchase something, this channel would receive a small monetary credit in return for your purchase at no additional cost to you, and your purchase will go directly towards supporting the content that you see here on this channel. Thanks so much, as always, for being here, everyone. I appreciate you being here. I will see you in the next one.